Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Justice League No Justice Issue 4. This is the final part of the 4-part miniseries that is setting up the new Justice League book for 2018. The Omega Titans have made their way to Earth. Green Arrow has managed to get a hold of Hal Jordan, who is at the Source Wall, and our Justice League members are outside of the ruins of Kolu. They figure out how to jumpstart Brainiac's ship, no thanks to the person they rescued, and they were able to do it by using the Mother Box. Now, obviously, this is the last part, and it's written by Scott Snyder, James Tynion IV, and Joshua Williamson. Artist and cover was Francis Manapul, colors by Hi-Fi, letters by AndWorld Design. The group editor was Marie Javins. Now, the Green Lanterns show up on Earth because the villain of the book, Brainiac's associate, has started to accelerate the growth of the trees, especially the entropy tree, but the Justice League shows up just in time to remove these devices that are making the trees grow. Then they are somehow feeding the tree to create a seed, which they then pass around and do some interpersonal dialoguing, and oh my gosh, I need to channel my emotions and think of this and fill the seed with that. So like Wonder Woman gets the seed to fill it with wonder, and John Jones gets the seed to fill it with mystery, and then Deathstroke gets it to fill it with entropy, and it's really this kind of meta narrative that's really kind of stupid. It's this weird foo-foo high imagination thing that is some sort of feel-good kind of thing. Well, then Green Arrow loads this construct that Green Lantern creates with the seed and shoots it into the Entropy Titan, which makes the other Titans eat him, and then they just wander off because the seed is what they're really after. And then they blather on a lot, using the word justice as much as possible. The Source Wall is still broken, but the Lantern Corps is out there trying to fill in the gaps or something. And Batman forms an Outsiders team with Black Lightning as their leader to cover the things outside that the Justice League can't handle or whatever. I don't know. It's set up for another new book. And then Green Arrow is given a special little keepsake box by Martian Manhunter so he could take down the League, which they all had a problem with Batman having previously, and Batman's infinitely more qualified. Apparently some stuff had happened in Green Arrow Annual 2 that set that hippie up to be some sort of super hardcore reliable guy now. And then they kind of putter through cheap introductions to these new books. There's going to be the Odyssey book, which has Cyborg, Jessica Cruz, Green Lantern, Azrael, and Starfire, and I think Darkseid. And then there's going to be Justice League Dark, which has, I think, Man-Bat, Zatanna, Wonder Woman, Swamp Thing, and Detective Chimp. And the regular Justice League, which has Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, John Stewart, Green Lantern for diversity, Hawkgirl for diversity, Aquaman, Superman, and Batman are, of course, the big guns, so they have to be in the book. I guess Martian Manhunter might be in it, too, as, like, the group leader or whatever. I don't know, this book was dumb. Some of the writing was really hackneyed. Like, I don't really care to see Green Lantern calling someone bro. That was kind of weird. The writing is very, very casual. Like, Robin refers to Batman as father, which is really stupid. Hal Jordan uses his name in front of Lex Luthor. I don't understand why they can't stick to their superhero names when they're in uniform. I don't get that. I think that's kind of lazy writing to think that the villains aren't going to pick up on their names eventually. Overall, I thought this book was a really weak conclusion to a story, but it's a really weak story overall anyway. I thought this was just one of those books they had to throw together real quick to try and come up with an excuse to form a new team on the Justice League. And since they're breaking Justice League up into 3 or 4 books, they want to be able to sell more titles, and this is like a toy tie-in in that respect. So it's just an excuse to sell other titles. It felt lazy, it felt rushed. The art's only okay, it's passable, functional, but not great. I didn't think it was professional level, honestly. I thought it was kind of lazy. The cover looks pretty good, but the rest of the book was all around very mediocre. From the art to the writing, it was very mediocre, very simplistic and rushed. I didn't care for it. So I'm gonna say don't bother with the whole mini-series. It just really didn't do it for me. But that'll do it for this episode. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. Be sure and hit like and consider subscribing so you don't miss an episode, and we hope to see you on the next one.